Thank you. Hello, everyone, and thank you for welcoming me to, or inviting me to join the Conclave this year. My name is Rodrigo Prudencio, and I am one of 3 partners who invests out of a $200 million fund, which is called the Alexa Fund. We were established in, let's see if I can move, 200 million. There we go, thank you. So we were established in 2015 with an initial capital outlay from the company of 100 million, and we were started really at a time when Alexa became open to developers. And we wanted to put a venture capital model behind backing great companies that were building with Alexa so that we could showcase all of the things Alexa can do with outside companies. All of the ways that Dilip talked about how companies build skills to accompany their core experiences, or put Alexa inside their products, or finally, put Alexa, or work on core innovation, key innovation that makes Alexa work even better. So we have now a $200 million fund, which we increased, so we increased that by 100 million last year, specifically because Alexa was going to more countries and more regions around the world, including India, regions where there's a strong overlap of venture capital, startups, and an interest in voice technology. We've invested in over 60 companies now across various stages, from the earliest startups, 2 people coming out of a university, all the way up to growth stage investments. And now we're present in all of these geographies you see on the screen: the US, Canada, EU, Japan, India, Australia, New Zealand, and many more coming. Our interests really are as broad as all of the capabilities that you've seen Alexa do, but also the imagination and creativity that companies can use with Alexa and take Alexa into new types of applications. But the ways that we started certainly with a strong presence in smart home, but we've recently been doing more in automotive. We've been doing things in games and entertainment because Alexa is ever present in the home. We obviously have, we made our first investment in a kitchen device, and then we also have a real interest going beyond just consumer applications, but into enterprise. So we've been announcing ways for Alexa to be more present in the workplace, to do more things that support workers on the go, salespeople, managing email, managing client lists, managing CRM solutions. Again, we're following the interests of companies and how they see the promise of voice improving the experiences that their customers can have using voice. And we're very excited to be backing these companies. Alexa Fund Global was started and was formed because we saw this important overlap growing, this important intersection between startups and accelerators and the mentors that are important to those companies to help them grow. Also, the growing capabilities of the Alexa Skills Kit and Alexa Voice Service. And then finally, the importance of localization and global influence. Dilip really talked about this, and I really want to emphasize this some more. We started Alexa in Seattle with a lot of help from other companies that we had acquired along the way. Some of the origins come from Cambridge, UK. Some of it come from the East Coast of the US. And we've been building our very first experiences from teams that were largely located in Seattle. But as we've grown to more places around the world, we've realized that more experiences are going to be driven from the passion and interests and local knowledge and local applications that entrepreneurs are going to build with this open framework. And it's going to be really important for us at the Alexa Fund to follow that lead, to follow the example and to follow the great creativity that companies have locally serving their customers, because you know your customers best here. So we want to make sure the capital is there to support those efforts. Again, it's a venture capital fund, so we're very selective, we're very picky. As you imagine, it is difficult to raise venture capital from VCs because we look for all sorts of aspects of businesses to support, including the strength of a management team, the strength of the business model, the defensibility of the technology, the scalability of the technology in the business. But with all those ingredients in place, as well as other venture capital that capital investment. A strong voice technology, a strong voice application is something that really interests us. How do we operate as the Alexa Fund? So we're more than dollars because we realize that we have a real advantage in not just the capital that we bring. There's lots of funds out there that we co-invest with. But importantly, once we've made an investment, we want to offer the best possible experience for our portfolio companies. In many ways, we obsess, like Amazon obsess about customers, we obsess about the startups that we back. So during diligence, when we're working with companies and we're identifying opportunities to potentially invest in them, we're already thinking ahead and looking at the coming capabilities that are going to be announced on Alexa, and we try to find companies that can intersect with those announcements, perhaps be the first companies to work on our new APIs, and come out to the market announcing all the new things that Alexa can do with some examples of startups that we've backed with the fund. That takes real close cooperation with the companies that we work with and the companies that we invest with. Second, we provide the company with access to the rest of our developer teams across Alexa so that we can constantly keep imagining new things that these companies can do or new integrations that you can make with Alexa through Alexa Voice Service. Finally, companies oftentimes have the opportunity to work across many aspects of Amazon. You might start with a relationship with Alexa, but you might have opportunities to work through Launchpad. You might have a reason to be on a Prime product or on a TV product. And so we constantly are finding those opportunities to introduce open doors and create this special access for our portfolio companies. To date, we've made over 60 investments. I'll call out a few. We have one investment here in India, which is a transportation company called Shuttle, which as they scale, we hope that we will be building a skill so that you can work interactively on a daily commute to ask Alexa about reserving a ride or confirming a ride on daily transportation. But throughout on this list, there's lots of other interesting ones to call out. I'll call out a few that are in the skills category, right? Companies that have taken advantage of our skill environment to build great experiences on Alexa. One company is called Pulse Labs. They actually came through an accelerator that we've created, and they're creating a scalable testing environment for skills. So you can put your skill in front of audiences before you've had to publish it and test it for high fidelity. We've invested in companies like PetNet and Garagio that have taken IoT devices and created skills that control now through voice things that you used to control through an app on your phone, creating better hands-free experiences. And we've also made investments in companies that have integrated Alexa voice services into their product. One of the most notable ones we did was in a company called ecobee, which is a smart thermostat based out of Canada. But they were the very first smart thermostat to be in the market with Alexa inside. So now there's an Alexa endpoint inside of your thermostat. And importantly, they helped us learn through real-world experience, for instance, what happens when we have an Echo device and a thermostat with Echo inside of it, and you're trying to get the temperature to change in your home, or you're trying to play the radio. Which Echo device is going to respond to you? Which one knows which one you're talking to? We call this, in technical jargon, device arbitrage. They helped us figure this out in the field. So again, we work very closely with our investment companies to create better experiences for our customers. It's a really exciting way that we partner with our investments. Finally, we have some other great initiatives that we do inside of the Alexa Fund to continue to promote our presence with startups. First of all, we work with we've created the Alexa Accelerator powered by Techstars, and we've run this program for 2 years in a row. This is where we batch our companies together at the very earliest stages, take them through a 13-week accelerator process, and have a demo day at the end with heavy influence and mentoring from great people and volunteers and mentors from the Alexa and Amazon organization. We also started an innovation fellowship across several universities and a graduate fellowship across several universities, including IIIT at Hyderabad, to promote learning at the university level and also engagement on startups related to Alexa so that we continue to support, again, the earliest stages of entrepreneurism at universities and the earliest stages of research at universities, all because we want to power better voice experiences over time. So thank you very much for, I think my concluding slide isn't there anymore. Again, you can, let me remind you that there's a call to action. We have a website for the fund. It's www.alexafund.com, easy to find. And if you're interested in learning more about applying to, if you're a company that is interested in asking about investing or telling us about your startup, there's a call to action at the bottom. You can fill out a form to tell us about your startup, and it runs you through a series of questions that help us understand what you're doing and how to, and we will be in touch with you about that. Thank you very much again for welcoming me, and thank you for coming to the AI Conclave.